Okay, so y'all, I come across this story the other day, and this happened in Spring, Texas, you know, and it really kind of disturbed me. And the reason being is because it's so much going on in this world. And for somebody to just do a diner dash with a child, it just really pissed me off. And I feel like both of these women should be charged with something. Now, what happened was, and I'm gonna play this clip. I haven't watched it on this particular news site, but I'm gonna play the clip. But let me tell you what's going on. So basically, this lady right here that you see dropped the child off, rung the doorbell. Just so happened that person had the ring.com, you know, the doorbell with the camera and stuff like that. So basically, that woman had, the people at their house had, you know, that system installed. So they got to capture this woman bringing a child up, ring the doorbell, knock on the door, and take off running. So for the first couple of days, they had no idea who the child belonged to, who this woman was. So, like I say, I don't know which clip this is going to be, so that's why I'm giving you a little backdrop of the story. So after about a day or two went on, they came to find out that the baby actually belonged to the neighbor of the house that it was dropped off. And the woman that you see in the camera was the friend of the mother. And the mother claims that her baby daddy's girlfriend or wife or whatever had a restraining order on her, and that she couldn't personally drop the child off to the resident. And we come to find out that the dad didn't even know the child was coming. You know, the child is now in CPS as of today, but they have found the identities of both ladies. And I'm going to play a couple of clips. Like I said, we're going to watch this one together because I don't know what this one is saying. But just to give you a little feel of what's going on. And then I'll, you know, come back and talk.
This is a bizarre story that has lots of you talking. A woman caught on camera ringing a doorbell, then dropping off a 2-year-old boy on a stranger's doorstep. This is going to be in Spring, and now she could be facing charges. But the boy's father says it was all a mix-up. Willie Simmons says he shares custody of his son with the child's mother, who was in the hospital yesterday. So she texted him that her friend, the woman seen in the video, would drop off his son in the afternoon. But it turns out that friend dropped the toddler off at the wrong house, one door down.
If they wasn't home, he could have roamed down the street, got hit by a car, somebody could have kidnapped him.
Now, the homeowner watched the boy until deputies arrived, who then took him to CPS. Deputies say the little boy is doing fine. We're not sure yet, though, about the friend who left that little boy on the doorstep.
So, as you see, and my bad, y'all, for it started to buffer and stuff, because as y'all seen, my data switched off and the Wi-Fi kicked in. I was trying to do it on data because it's faster than this Wi-Fi, whatever. But anyway, that was the first time I seen that clip, and that's some of what I was gonna say. That's some of what I was gonna say. Is like, you know, what if those people wouldn't have been home, and that child did wander off, like the dad just said? What if the child wandered off in the street and it looked like it's kind of dark out there? Could have been hit, you know, by a moving vehicle or anything. But now the only thing I have to say about that clip is the dad said that the mother was at the hospital. Now, before that clip came out, because that is a recent clip, I've never seen that one before. This one they just posted. Now, the one that I watched the other night was stating that the mother was at a gas station, and I'm gonna try to find all that, so I'll probably do a part 2 of this and have it a little more organized, because my phone gonna go dead in a minute, this old bootleg ass phone. But anyway, have it a little more organized. But the girl that dropped the baby off was saying that the mama was at the store, and she asked the mama to, you know, ride with her. So I see a little, you know, little off up in that storyline already. Something just ain't right, you know what I'm saying? Because it said nothing about her being in the hospital prior to that news clip. It was saying that she was at a store not too far, you know. So I agree with the lady. She could have rolled with her to make sure that her child got to safety and was dropped off at the right house. But she gave her that story about the woman having a restraining order on her. So let's see what this clip say. So yeah, that's basically the first clip that was going around when everybody was trying to figure out who the woman was, who the baby was, and everything. And as you see, she didn't waste any time. Is that all? She didn't waste any time on knocking on that door and running off. I'm just playing y'all what they have on here. And then I'll go back and get the ones that I watched that had her talking.
The boy is okay after a woman rings a doorbell, knocks, then runs off, leaving the toddler on a stranger's doorstep in Spring. Good afternoon. I'm Sherman Chow. Investigators are...
Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Working now to reunite the boy with his father. Our Adam Bennett is live to explain how and what happened here. Adam.
Yeah, Sherman, this is a strange case. The homeowner said she and her family were watching the Astros game around 8:15 last night, like a lot of us were, when she heard a knock at the door. She went there and she found a 2-year-old boy alone. Well, today the boy's father said his son should have been dropped off at his house next door. And he says he had no idea that his son was in CPS custody until we told him this morning.
Oh, know where he at? Where he at?
Yeah.
That's my son.
Willie Simmons' reaction after I asked him if he recognized the boy in this surveillance video, released just this morning by the Montgomery County Sheriff's Office. It shows a woman leaving a 2-year-old boy on his next door neighbor's front porch, running back to her car and driving away. The homeowner watched the boy until deputies arrived, then took him to CPS.
What if they wasn't home? He could have roamed down the street, got hit by a car. Somebody could have kidnapped him or anything. That's bad, man.
Simmons says he shares custody of his son with the boys.
Okay, so that's pretty much the same thing that they just said in the first one. Like I said, the Wi-Fi acting funky this morning. But it is another clip with the lady that rung the doorbell, giving her side. And I'm going to come back with that video, and hopefully, you know, it don't be buffering. But I am doing this, you know, just right now with you all. So I apologize for all the buffering. I don't know why my Wi-Fi just kept kicking in. But anywho, I feel like this is real sad. I feel like both of these women should be charged with child abandonment. I really do. And the lady that dropped the baby off on the doorsteps, I feel like she was laughing about it so much. I feel like that these were just some trifling ass women trying to be grimy and vindictive towards that man, you know, because if if it was something that was on the up and up, for one, the father would have been contacted, let him know, hey, don't forget it's your turn. I'll be dropping little junior off around 8ish, you know, so make sure somebody's there to pick him up. And as y'all see, when she ran up to ring the doorbell, it seemed like she was smiling and laughing and, you know, just like she was just up to something no good. So when they was talking about all that extra stuff, I really wasn't buying it. I just feel like, you know, how women get, they want to go club and this and the other, and, you know, trying to do something out of spite. I feel like this was very spiteful, and I feel like both of them should be charged with child abandonment, because they didn't even wait to see who came to the door. If they would have just waited to see who came to the door, then they'd realize, oh, I'm sorry, I got the wrong house. But the girl that dropped the baby off claimed it was cold out there, I didn't have a jacket on. Well, hell, the baby didn't have no jacket on either. The baby had on a little thin-ass pajama that came from Target or something, and didn't have on no jacket either. So if she want to say she ran because she didn't have no sleeves on, then why didn't you at least wait on the baby? You could have knocked on the door, asked for whoever, and then went and retrieved the baby out of the car and brought the baby back up. She literally brought that baby up with one hand, you know, like about to pull his arm out of socket to drop and basically do a diner dash with this little child. So y'all, please stay tuned, and I'm gonna come back with a more organized video. I'm sorry that, you know, it was buffering and stuff like that, but I did want to bring this story out, so I will come back with another video talking about this, and have some more clips on it and everything. But I just did this right now because this been on my mind for like the last 3-4 days since they've been running this story on different newses, you know what I'm saying, trying to figure out who the baby was the first couple of days. And then, like I said, there are other clips out there with the lady that dropped the kid off speaking, so I'm gonna go get all of that for y'all. But for now, y'all get in the comments, let me know what you think, and just stay tuned for part 2, which will be up later on today after I go gather this tea for y'all, because this is something that really pisses me off, and I just really don't feel like this was done properly. So get in the comments, let me know what y'all think, and we will be back with the rest of the story.